Previously on Follow the Leader.
Today, we're playing A Modern Prometheus by Mitchell Salmon, a hack of Mobile Frame Zero of Firebrands by Lumply Game. For those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. A Modern Prometheus tells the story of a scientist and their creation, born of eldritch sciences and dark secrets. Together, you will tell the story of the scientist and their creation as the two of them grapple with despair, hope, and their own humanity. Calling back to times before, I have with me Puros, the Light of Humanity. Yes, he would name himself that. Just, I smile. There's some, like I mentioned, there's some preconceived things somewhat. That name is one of them, but when I saw that this was named A Modern Prometheus, I just had to smile. Fire is an important part of the theme here. And therefore...
Though this is not, I must stress, this is not Cory's Saga's character, a Precus, by another
No,
name.
It's not a Precus. I can guarantee that. This is a different fireman who is a lot more into it.
All right. You inspect me. What do you see?
What do I see? I see in front of me a shell that I wished was hollow. Someone a forge with the flame restoked from coals that were long dead and gone. Almost porcelain countenance that I've been trying to forget, but ultimately failed to, and let a dark night's thought and consideration seize me over. This is the face of someone I recognize that I've had many photos in the album of, and that I finally brought to fore. Why do you hate me?
I instinctively know you, but I don't know who you are, and I don't know why I am here, and all I know is that it feels wrong, and that it is your fault.
It is, at first, it was just sort of tracing through, and then as he realizes the news that's coming and the statements that are said, and that name on the paper that is invoked, and although obscured, he knows what it is, and he knows who is being talked about. He was formerly up at his desk and now has retired to a chair by the fire, a bottle opened by him, as he is pouring through the page and alternating between sight of that and just full drafts from the bottle at portions that should not be drank normally.
Yeah. All right.
It's not great.
No, not so much. I sign off with news that I am on my way to visit you. Throw.
Ah, boy. And Tails once more.
On Tails, I will arrive in many weeks, and you fear you may not be able to welcome me.
Yeah, I think it's
maybe that far away. Like, it is a significant journey.
It is to the other coast, and that's part of why he had sent that friend of his out there, because it was so far from here as to be out of sight, out of mind. And with this, he just takes it and throws it to the fire. And much the same with the last however much of the bottle he has open with it, he chucks that in too. With the shattering of glass comes a great gout of flame that only accelerates the burning of that letter. And he doesn't even read the other one that was waiting for him for so long.
Yeah.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
Alrighty. So, I wish to do evade pursuers.
Ha ha ha.
I was never meant to exist in this cruel world, and the small minds of humankind reject me. Feared and loathed, I was hunted through the city streets, seeking sanctuary for slim moments, crouched in gutters and under bridges. But those who hated me pursued me ever onwards. Creation plays, the scientist taking the role of the hunter. Who leads the hunting party? Why do they pursue the creation? So, not to be that guy. This could be church related.
It could be.
This could be somebody's heard about the experiment and is like, oh, no. We cannot let
Well, there's
humans
news in the
play
papers,
God.
right?
Yeah. Right.
Well-known dichotomy: the university versus the church. One goes too far. One,
Yeah. 1 second. Loki, get down. You cannot be on the desk. Get out of the way. Thank you, sir. Off. You fuck, my beloved child. Go
I think
the
what
fuck
it
away.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Cats. I think what it
Cats.
is I think it's a harmonization almost, right? Like it's something that is raising a question within the local church for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
Like the sanctity of life and the sacrosanctity, therefore, of someone claiming responsibility for a creation that is not of those natural processes is one thing, sure.
Yeah.
But it's I would say, in quotes, well respected. It's a notorious figure of the community.
Yeah. If it had been any other person, maybe there could be more of a discussion. But it's that guy.
It's that guy. And,
On somebody else, it might be less like playing God or like an affront. But especially if Pyrrhus has been like, actually, fuck the church and everything they stand for. I'm going to get my own religion.
more appropriate than we could have known.
He's giving, I don't think you've read the lot too, but it's giving Jod is what it's doing. And that's a good thing.
We'll take it. But I think what this is he passed through the board of ethics, but there's a minority faction in there.
Oh, yeah. There's also the court of public opinion.
Of course. And unable to play to the crowd and having this group of people, the decision was stamped through by majority, but it was a plurality of people that did it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a bear split that had to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
And this hunter has reached out to the church, not because of an agreement of ideology, but because it is two common factions that share a specific goal of this should not exist.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, for whatever means, the thing that they can agree on is this is a thing that should not be here. And I think that this is someone who is not necessarily... They're not the figurehead of this minority faction of the Board of Ethics. They're not an important figure in the church necessarily. I think this is someone that they both have selected. After reviewing between the two of them, which, while they don't represent either of the views, in some sort of strange harmonization, it is someone that they both can agree is effective, and it is also someone who is, sort of like the Innocent was, an outsider to the town. Who is not weighted down by
politics.
By politics or by fear that they will be going back to a place that will despise them.
Yeah. In the same way that like executioners were kept anonymous, the idea this is an outsider, so they will not have to live with the consequences of doing an act that otherwise might be seen as, No, I like it. I like it a lot. Sorry, I'm being distracted by character chatter.
No, that's so fair. Yeah, I think that's why they pursue it too. Like, I think they don't know. They know the physical details. They don't know the mental state. And I think it is, in this sense, the confidant that ultimately in their fear was influenced to give that information over. Because they have that turmoil within where they cannot clearly answer for themselves whether they believe in a goodness or in fully this right for an existence necessarily of someone that they know, now that they know very well.
Yeah. All right. So we have a stack of tokens on the table.
Yep.
So many tokens.
So many tokens.
The hunter takes 2. The creation takes none. We begin with a coin throw. On a heads, the creation has the initiative. On tails, the hunter has the initiative. So that you did a bunch of rolling last challenge, so I'll roll, as it is a creation minigame. Okay, the hunter has the initiative.
That's me.
Roll a tails. Or roll a tails. You know how it be. So we will. We got a series of challenges, and after each challenge, we throw again. And this will do like back and forth of tokens. The game ends after either player makes their 4th challenge, and then the creation will roll a 4-sided die. So, if the hunter is reduced to 0 tokens at any time, the game ends immediately. So,
naturally. Well, I have the benefit of not being from here, so I attempt to hide, disguising myself in an alley. I gain a token. So,
all right.
In this sense, it's leaning upon just not being from here.
Yeah.
I think it's easy enough to pick up an outfit of those that are around.
Yeah.
To hide in the work clothes of the townsfolk. They observe the circumstances that the creation keeps around them, where they often are, and just simply blend in. I think they even lie a stakeout on that boarding house that the innocent runs. And try to find, like, hey, to the left, to the right, to ahead, where best can I hide, and how best can I pretend?
Yeah.
And what's the best way to keep an eye on things? And it's as a sort of... Because the innocent needs to subsist off of more than just boarding. I think they take their products to market sometimes. Yeah. I think the hunter hides as a peddler at one of those stalls.
Makes sense. Do you want to flip the coin this time? Alrighty.
That's a 2.
Hunter has the initiative again.
That I do. Yeah, the hunter is keeping a comfortable hold, so... I use an object to distract or mislead you, and I gain a token.
So I think this is maybe you're able to get close. Maybe I'm just helping at the stall this day, just trying to keep a low profile. Like, scarf up over the face or a veil or whatever. And you're there as a peddler and you've come over and you're either bartering or something like that because you may be confirming, this is the person I need. And maybe you attempt to, use, a manacle or something so I can't run away. And that's what spooks me and I take off. But you are able to confirm, this is the person, you've put eyes on me, you know exactly who I am. And, quarry firmly established,
Yep. This matches the description and what I would expect.
Okay. I'll flip the coin. Might as well take turns. Alrighty. It's a me. I get to go first. I force you into a location that benefits me. I think I take off and I think this is into some basement. So we're in a built up part of the town. So it's not full going into the sewers, but it is I know these streets and you don't. So it's back alleys and little odd little junctures and cutting through buildings. And I fully am trying to lose you and get some space between us.
Okay. Let's get another coin thrown.
Yeah.
That's you again.
Okay. I use the terrain to my advantage, flanking you and taking you by surprise. You discard a token. I think we're able to get away from the crowded market. We're out of earshot of most people, and yeah, I show up just behind you or in front of you in a place you were not expecting, and I think it is literally like, what do you want with me? And I'm like challenging you. I've stopped running. I've taken the fight somewhere else. This is the moment we're having.
Okay. Nodding my head. Throw a coin. Let's see where it goes.
Oh, it's my turn to flip. Apologies.
No
I was
worries.
distracted by my son, and it's you.
That's a 2. You got to get some tokens.
Yeah, sorry, you got nothing to take.
Yeah. That's fine.
Well, you'll have to gain, or
No, I scurry below the streets, wading through the muck and grime. I gain a token.
Very good.
I think it's one of those situations where the hunter knows that answering will invite empathy, and empathy invites problems. The moment that you agree with a Cory's circumstances is the moment you have lost the hunt. Knowing that now they're the one that will be followed, I think they use that interest and that ire to dive below. They pull a cover up and slip into the waterways.
All right. Your flip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that was... How many challenges? I've lost track of the challenges.
I have done 3, you have done 2.
Okay, cool.
So this could end it. No, it's you.
All right. How many tokens you currently got?
I have 3.
Damn. Okay. I appear in your vision as lightning crashes overhead, filling you with fear. And I think it's, again, I am able to get ahead of you. And maybe this storm has been rolling in for a while. And there is something about this space. It's less the lightning. I think it's like the room or the space or this sewer or whatever is briefly like flooded with light. And I think it just washes any color I might have out of my complexion. And so it's just these dark eyes and this washed out skin. I probably look very corpse-like.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, and it's you. So there we go. Challenge the 4th.
Yeah, I think I've handily got this one, but it is the hunter's advantage in the end.
Mm-hmm. Like, regardless, if it is, I cannot get a coin.
Yep.
Because I've not earned any tokens. So this could be as interesting, as dramatic as you like.
Yeah, I think that's just it. I charge through a nearby building, scattering objects in my path. I gain a token. We'll play, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So this is... It comes to, I think, a brawl at this point for the hunter. Like, I think it's a situation where it's not that they're trying to eliminate the creation. They're just simply attempting to get it subdued. And now... in what is essentially a warren now. Maybe it's a larger sort of facility for processing the water that passes through. I think they reach out to everything around them and their own tools. It's a situation where there's no one here to get in the way. It's a situation where there's no one to worry about that could raise an alarm and cause complication. They go outright with bolas, with net, with terrain pipes water around. Everything that they can do to frustrate the creation and to wear it down or to draw its attention away enough to where they can get one large net over it. I don't think it's something that they do easily. And I think the one thing they know from the confidant that they shared, because they only shared physical characteristics, they wouldn't have done any of the conversation because they were afraid of recounting any of that
Yeah.
interaction. But they know that they cannot. The hunter knows they can't make contact, else something bad happens to them. That's the most they were able to discern.
Yeah.
And it's that frustrating, it's like pulling a thread away apart from a great knot. Most prefer to cut the Gordian knot. This one unties it slowly. And through many snares, through much maneuvering, and through that great sense of carefulness, they'll do everything they can to tie the creation down without touching it.
All right. Very good. Very dramatique. So, it is time for another scientist game.
Right in those last bits. Scientist game. A game of science.
Did you want to do the masquerade?
Man. Let me look at Desperate Inquiry since we're up at it. And since Pyros is having a bad day. Smile. Jeez. No, I think it's it. I think make a Desperate Inquiry is probably the right way to go.
All right.
I'll read the prompt, and that will explain why.
Okay.
My creation was loose, stalking through the city at night, burning with some unspeakable devilish purpose. Desperate to undo my mistake and rid the world of this abomination, I sought out every scrap of information I could about the creature, its movements, its actions. Somewhere I would find the key that would allow me to destroy it utterly. So, here, the scientist plays, the creation takes the role of the witness. The witness becomes a different character in between each statement. Who are they? What have they heard of the scientist, and what do they think? At the start of the game, the scientist chooses two different numbers between 1 and 4 inclusive. I write them down, and after each statement, I roll a 4-sided dice. If the result matches one of the chosen numbers, I cross it off. The witness gives statements to the scientist, which the scientist answers, and the game ends after 4 statements. If the scientist has marked both the numbers chosen at the start of the game, they take a coin.
All right.
Ooh.
So I think the creature got away or broke out of whatever containment there was. Purely because I don't think the vibe we've been playing is less I must destroy this.
Yep.
But I think maybe one of these witnesses is going to be like the guard or whatever. I think that's maybe where it starts. So, because I don't know how how has news gotten to Pyros? That one, they were hunting the creation, and 2, they fucked up and the creation got away. Because this is an entity that it sounds like he doesn't know how he feels about it.
Yep.
And so, what is this like for him? This inquiry is desperate. Like,
yeah.
What headspace is he in as he's like trying to figure this out? What is he trying to figure out?
Yeah. It can't be contemporary to the hunt, but I think it's like in that sort of uncertain period, as he is going to work with the confidant, after that grand pomp and circumstance, like he finds someone haunted. Yeah. More particularly, not just by the meeting, but also by the interrogation afterwards. And it is from that he's able to trace, like, it must have happened like a week ago. Pyrrhus would need some time to prepare for the actual collaboration. And it's just, oh shit, like, something's happened, and something's abuzz, and people in the university are aflame with this, that, and the other that they should not know, and they should not do, and they should not be. Because he gave details, but he only gave details on the process as he was able to reconstruct it. He didn't actually in full describe everything about the creation. The only understanding was that they borrowed, or that he created them in the image of someone that some were familiar with.
Yeah. Very cool.
And now there's information about them that they should not know.
Mm-hmm. And so, to that end, he's now just trying to track them down before more information can get out.
Yes. He is attempting to smother more of that.
Okay. Yesterday morning, the university librarian found the creation amongst the bookshelves. What was it seeking? I am waggling my eyebrows at you, just so you're aware.
Yeah, I think this is a stunningly easy one to describe. It is definitely not an easy one for Pyrrhus to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
There's a name now. The creation has a name that they've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is a natural reaction to go to a house of knowledge and to trace through any hint, historical record, definition, potential inspiration, anything that would indicate who this was that the name belonged to and who they should be.
Very good.
It is a study done with a rigor.
How much does it shit Pyrrhus up to hear that, though? Like, this is what I gotta know.
No, it's
like, because this feels like maybe the confidant says this. Like, you've come in the door and just like, oh no, maybe no, that makes sense that they would ask. No, regardless, I don't know who it is he's speaking to in this moment. Or maybe it's just, maybe it is somebody else on the board. Like, the information got out. Maybe he's trying to find the leak, whatever, or somebody who's well informed. Actually, it makes sense. There's just somebody who's well informed or a gossip, and that's why Pyrrhus has gone to them. And this person has literally turned around and goes, "So they were seen in the library. What were they doing there? Missed the light of humanity? Care to illuminate?"
I think it's the first time he's felt anything but that mania of burning passion for the first time in a long while since he started on this. It is a spike of ice deep inside that is suddenly gripping around, that the pit of his stomach has wrapped itself around. As he finds and discovers and describes what exactly it was the creation was attempting to get to. And moreover, he is not sure how much they managed to succeed in doing so.
Yeah.
Let's roll a d4, shall we? For one of my secret numbers.
Yeah. What's great about this game is that we don't have to define anything. And also, Pyrrhus doesn't have to answer the question in character. So, you know, good times.
Just a little extra fun there.
What numbers did you choose, by the way? Because it doesn't say it has to be secret.
Yeah, let's see. Write them down if the result matches one of the chosen numbers. Yeah. I guess it's not secret, so I chose the numbers 2 and 3 right beside each other.
Ah. And you just rolled?
For the audience, I rolled a 2. So that's one of those struck off.
Yeah. All right. In this instance, you want the numbers struck off.
Yep, that will give me a coin.
Yeah. All right. Okay. This is a mean question for me, Jade, to play against you, Cory.
Yeah.
With, and again, I know we're supposed to be developing stuff about the characters as we go, but also, my kids found the creation lurking under a bridge down the road. What was it doing there?
Oh, fuck. Fuck off.
Yes! Yes!
There's only one answer that I can give.
Mm-hmm.
Peering into the waters.
Mm-hmm.
Considering things that should not be. I think it is one of those things where it is at once a mirror into a soul, right? Always seeing one's reflection.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that mirror is unfathomable depths, even if the actual volume is known.
Yeah.
And it is a gravity into just to plunge below.
Yeah. Roll your d4, sir.
Yup. That's a 1.
All right.
No strike.
No strike. So I'm going to be riding high. I very rarely am able to get Cory to say fuck you. So I feel very smug. Collecting my various podcast playing friends with you, just like how many of them have said fuck you to me. I'm just like, yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You got me.
I
Good
did.
job, but also damn.
Thank you. Okay. I'm going to save that one for last. Just because don't want to make the creation too unscary. I heard the creation broke into a home and terrorized the inhabitants. What did it want?
Answers. I mean, those inhabitants were someone that the name behind the creation should have known. And I think they simply wanted answers of any sort. What the information that they looked for could be hinted at in books, but that kind of information is not normally stored in a library. It is stored amongst rumors, amongst remembrances, not in learning, but in society. And they are entering into society in kind of a boisterous huff. Not that that's their manner, but
yeah,
finding this requires inserting yourself into that situation.
All right.
Here's another roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3. That's struck off. 2 and 3 done.
So you'll get your
at
coin.
the end of this, I'll gain a coin.
Very good. There are rumors that you created this thing. What are you going to do to stop it? I think it's less, there are rumors, like everyone knows that you created this thing.
While I type, I think.
Knock, knock, knock. Mr. The Light of Humanity, this, you broke this, now fix it.
It has discovered who it was meant to be and who I did not want it to become. Consciously. But the hands wrote what the mind could not. And now I am going to have to teach it of what form I gave it.
Genuinely chilling. Very good. I don't know if that's the intent behind it, but it's good.
Good. I hope to produce bangers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're up at the time of confrontation. How about you?
Yeah, it's either that or I was gonna. Oh no, because we've done an even number of games, so that feels fair. Because I was gonna maybe deliver a demand, but I think final confrontation works. To be honest,
If you have the time to, I would not mind indulging a bit further.
we've still got like 40 minutes
Ooh,
easily.
very good point.
So I think deliver a demand and then final confrontation feels good.
Let's do that, yeah. Let's have a little more fun in this space.
Okay, so deliver a demand. I lure you, my creator, to a place of my choosing to make a demand, a boon to begin to make up for the cruelty you inflicted in my creation. For, despite your efforts, selfish as they be, I remain incomplete. Both play. Where does this confrontation take place? Seeing one another once more, what do you each notice about your opposite?
Beautiful, truly.
I like the idea, And maybe this was something I was able to find in the library. It's a place I shouldn't know, but now do. So a place of significance to this, to you and to this person. Maybe where a project was worked on, or maybe where a discovery was made.
Yeah, I think it is. Well, I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
We should be extra about this, and I think this most especially is prominent.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think that this is a site that is covered in dust that has been long since not abandoned per se, but there are footsteps, a trail of them through a room which is covered in a thick blanket of that. It is filled with memory of images, of portraits, of pictures. It indicates a home that was once lived in by two. One of those being Puros, and the other one of faces, many, many faces with Puros. Always the same person, but the eyes are all covered or burned away or otherwise obscured of who it was that was with him. Everything is still set for a dinner that was never had, and upon plates at a table that is set for those two, there is still food there that has long seeped into the porcelain, that has long since been rotten and eaten, and that still remains yet.
Oh, thank you for that little detail.
Oh, of course.
So I think maybe it was literally just an address that was found as like, or like where something, a writing was published. And that's how the creation got this place. And maybe it's literally just like, you got a letter or something saying like, be here at this place. And when he gets there, I don't think they've not been disturbing anything. They've not pulled back the blankets. They've not cleaned up the dust. But you can see that they have walked between the portraits and the pictures, and maybe some stuff has been picked up, but it's been put back exactly as it was. I think only he would be able to tell that stuff has moved at all because of how familiar with it he is. What he notices, I think, first off, their skin, I think, to the touch is probably the same, or maybe warmer, but definitely has lost some of the that waxy appearance. Man, how is it only occurring to me now as a point of comparison? You know, back when I said the thumbprint, creme brulee. No, it's like when you've had a candle going and the top has hardened back up, and then you push down and it's still the hot wax underneath that's liquid. Should have said that. Oh well.
Fun.
Yeah. But I think they definitely look more like a flesh and blood person. How true that is. And the hair is a little longer. I think you are just starting to see that the hair has a texture to it. It's just enough there to show that it has a curl, but beyond that, for all intents and purposes, they look oddly healthy. Not quite, skin nourished, crops thriving, but they definitely look more steady. Their gait has less of that uncanniness to it than compared to when they first woke up.
That does make it so much worse.
Oh, it's what you notice. Oh, it's about what you each notice about your opposite. Oh, I misread.
No,
Well,
it's
then,
okay. I think that's a
no.
good basis, at least.
I was going, you describe yours, and then I'll notice something about you, and you can notice something about me.
Yep. I think for Pyrrhus, on the other hand of things, like earlier, right? It was that mania, that vitality, that ambition that you first saw him with. But it's at the same time the flame has died down.
Mm.
Not He walks with less confidence, with still the same purpose that drives him, but it is almost as if he has been hooked by a line that is now pulling him through to where he needs to be. He walks without that willing that he showed early. His clothes are worried and stained more than they were when he was simply at work, and are showing a lack of care to their care. They're not maintained well. They're wrinkled. They're bent. A button or two is out of place or has fallen off. He searches and sees in front of him that which he has been looking for. And I think in front of him, there are cases when you see something that you know is real.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand what they are and how they are. But I think for him, the creation is beginning to approach a hyper-reality almost. It is a simulacra that fully closely resembles the person he knew and the person that he modeled them off of. And yet they are representative of that. They are almost ideal of that, but just enough away to which they are still uncanny. Most that do not know and that do not see the eyes may just see a person, but for him, the differences are even more stark.
Yeah. I think it's much smaller and quieter what the creation notices about him. We'll do a shout out to our friend Cass, who has written about these two in another life, in another existence. I think whatever tale or whatever it is, because of how long his hair has gotten, Pyrrhus is wearing his hair back, like tied in like a ponytail or a horsetail or whatever. But some of it has escaped and is like framing his face. 'Cause it's not quite long enough to pull up. You've recently grown your hair out in the grand scheme of things. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And they don't know why, but the urge to reach out and tuck the hair behind his ear is so, like, it feels like just a thing that they should do in this moment. They don't, but they feel it. And I think that is scary in and of itself. But before they demand anything, the first words out of their mouth are, "You need a haircut."
Yeah, I don't think he knows how to respond. I think he is just stunned because, like, how would you know?
Yeah. It's falling in your face. I think they blink a couple of times and realize, like, this is not what they asked you to come here for. And I think they go over to the table and the dinner that's set there. I have something I need to ask of you, that I demand of you. And they reach out and touch a fruit bowl that's on the table, its contents long since rotting to sludge, and they place their hand on it, and the fruit sort of blossoms back up and swells, and it looks like the most perfectly ripe, ready to eat in just a matter of seconds. There's too much in me. I can't I will hurt people. It's too much. Take it back. Now, aside, out of character to our listeners, the demand must be within the scientist's power to provide, but should not be simple or easy to accomplish.
I have a choice of responses in this case, which is either I agree to do this unconditionally. I will do this thing, but first you, or if you agree to, or I impose a form of condition, or I will not do this thing you ask of me, be gone, at which point the game will end. If I were to pose a condition of my own, then the creation gets that spun back around. If the creation adds another condition, it essentially spins around until either an agreement is reached or the deal collapses. So if it so happens the creation, the agreement is reached at all, the creation takes a coin. And if the scientist manages to deliver on that agreement, either immediately or at a future point, then they gain a coin as well. So it could be mutually beneficial. I think in this case, it is like he looks at this blossoming forth, and almost it is at once a revival of memory and also a violation of that, which he meant to lay dead. And that everything that he has left in here.
Oh! Now he's got feelings about things that are dead should stay dead, huh? Now he feels that way, huh?
Oh, he didn't always have these, clearly. His body and his mind were definitely always in unity at this one. His lizard brain and his human brain were not always at odds.
Yeah.
And I think it's that thing where he's just not sure which way he lies with it. Because he resolved upon needing to teach, but at the same time, it is easy to say, and it is ever harder to practice.
Yeah.
I think... I want to agree, but conditionally.
Hell yeah. You can always abstract if needed.
Yeah, I think I'm attempting to figure out what that condition is. I think in this case, it is... After I fix you, you must take on a different life than the one you're going down.
They look at him. Properly look at him. And I think this is implicitly, I will do this thing but first. But it's like, what kind of life would you have me lead? And I think the unsaid thing that I, Jade, am making clear to you, Cory, is you've got to tell me, you've got to take responsibility for what you did and shape what this is going forward. Because up to this point, he has been avoiding that responsibility in every way. And it is okay, you want me to lead a different life? What is that life? You need to tell me.
I can teach you of what came before and how it came to end and why things can't continue to be that way. I won't continue to reject you, but things cannot be the same. So I think this is an if you agree to in this case.
There's something instinctively that I, Jade, want to snap back with, but it feels more like more final confrontation-y. I think I just step forward. I close the distance. And I think you realize that, oh no, that you did a really good job because now things have settled. They're shorter than he is. As the person they were modelled after was. And it's sort of where it is settled, they have a softness to their shape that was much more like the person they were, or they are based on.
Horrifying.
Hmm. I like the idea that there were maybe some differences that he made on purpose. So it wasn't too much the same. And like the form is rectifying the mistakes.
Yes, it is fixing back to what he intended, even though he did not know he intended it.
Uh-huh. And I think this is spiteful on their part, and they know it is. Because they do not understand everything, but they have now seen what they look like, and they have seen the pictures in this house, in this room. And I think they say, I thought you wanted to create what it was. Recreate it your own way. So you were in control of it. Or do I not understand that either?
Even the way in which you retort. Too much. It's too much like what it was before. And I think he starts to back away. Can't. Not like this. Stay here if you wish. But I'm not helping you. And I think he'll retreat back fully.
I think as he's able to get away, but you do hear the smash of the fruit bowl against the closed door behind you as you're fleeing. Good shit. It hurts so good. It hurts so good. This is one of the most self-indulgent things I've done on Follow the Leader. And there are 3 people who can listen to this and understand just how self-indulgent this is.
This is for you, those 3 people.
Gonna tell them just like, you gotta listen to this one. If you listen to no other episode, you gotta. All right. So we've decided that now, after that, we are going to the final confrontation. We finally stand face to face, the events of the last months heavy on our minds. The scars we have inflicted on each other, on our hearts, the sky above us stormy and laden with portent. We will not both return from this, not in the way we may hope. We both play. We'll describe our surroundings, how we got here, what do we notice about the opposite, and then we will count the coins that we won in the other mini games, and those coins will allow us to issue challenges. Challenges can be repeated. We'll be taking turns to do those. The game ends when one player admits defeat and poses the final challenge, or when all coins are spent. And then we will narrate an epilogue.
Yep. In terms of the score.
Oh, did we both get 2
even.
each?
Yeah, 2-2.
Perfect.
Good.
So, are we back at the forge, or are we somewhere else?
No, you've invoked this, so I'm bringing us back to that. I think we're under the bridge.
Oh, very good.
I think it is in the depths of night over the waters.
Oh, let me add it. It's pouring with rain. It's like that one scene in The Matrix. Like, we are under the bridge proper, and like the river is swelling with it.
Rushing.
Yeah.
And the only light here is of 2 lanterns at either end of the bridge that burn. And the rest is simply smothered and swallowed in darkness.
How did it come to be this place? And who chose it?
Would this have happened right after Purist rejected the request?
Maybe not long after.
Okay. Then I think it's here. Because I think he disappeared from the academic life, away from everyone else, knowing that the last person that could not have known, that has learned, is on their way.
Mm-hmm.
however long that may be.
God.
And in feeling cornered, he is there at the bridge looking into the waters.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe I was waiting. Like, maybe a part of me hoped that you would come around. But I think I kind of like the idea that this wasn't a choice. I think that we have both found ourselves here because this felt like the place to be. And then we see each other. What do you notice about me?
I think it is that even the uncanny has fallen away. I see the perfect creation synthesized as I had never wanted it to be. Utter recognition, and the only trace left are marks that I can no longer see, and those very same pits of black eyes that I can only perceive when the lantern light glints off of it. For all intents and purposes, I understand this is who they were meant to be. And yet, that last well of reason screams within that this should not be. How about Pyrrhus?
That cane is no longer an aid, it is a need. The weight of grief, perhaps, or the responsibility that he tried to shirk is the wrong word, but I think he's become bowed by it, by the weight of his understanding, and he looks so tired. Not the manic kind of tired from the beginning. He just looks exhausted. And his skin has taken on a grey, almost waxy tone.
Ugh. Parallels. Beautiful.
Alright.
I think it's just it. I think we'll call back to a thing that he had when in his previous incarnation.
Uh-huh.
It's time to issue the challenge. I draw a pistol. Pyrrhus' favorite move. Concealed in my traveling clothes and take aim. Do you avoid my shot or do I strike you?
You strike me. I think.
Ah.
I let it. I think it like lands in like the meat of the shoulder. And it's enough. I don't think the wound bleeds. I think it oozes. And it's not quite blood, but it looks enough like it to be upsetting, but different enough to just be another reminder that this is what he did. I think I close the distance between you. It's like, I lift you bodily and we both tumble to the ground. Do you struggle free or are you pinned? And I think it is literally, I fully am able to like pick you up a little bit and I'm more like, I think, slam you against the wall under like the curve of the bridge. Do you struggle free? Or do you... I don't knock the gun away. You potentially still have that. I don't know what the reload procedure is like. But I sort of like, was approaching, you shoot, and I just close the distance and pick you up. And just a little bit. And shove you against the wall. Or try to shove you against the wall.
I think it is that weakness from earlier. As you approach that... It's funny, right? That gray waxen skin that you described. We never did really go into how he arrived at this.
Nope.
And much like Prometheus with the liver, I think there is a vitality that has been taken out of him. And you being so close and being so possessed of that, I think you will find an interesting thing here of normally when you would make contact with something, it would infuse and revitalize. I think for Puros, it is as if you are hit with a barrier. It does not penetrate into him or revitalize him.
Yeah. Good shit. So, do you struggle free or are you pinned?
He is pinned fully.
All right. Your challenge. I mean, or you can admit defeat and pose the final challenge, but we don't have to end it just yet.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about it.
I mean, I already riffed on one of these, so feel free to take it as you like and twist it to your means.
I think he has this cane still in hand. I think he raises it, and it is, even though it is him burning out in coals, I hammer you with my strongest blows, roaring with rage. Do you succumb or withstand my assault?
I think it's enough to get me to let go, but I don't back away. It's maybe half a step back, but I sort of weather it.
Yeah, and I think it's while you were supporting him, he was able to do this, but
yeah,
now that he is back down, he can't stand. The cane clatters away, and the gun it's fallow. It's not loaded. He can't use it again. I think he is on hands and knees at this point, just looking.
I'm making myself emotional. It's good. I think I sink down to be kneeling in front of you, so we're eye to eye. And much, again, in a reflection or a parallel of that moment in the forge, I rest one of my hands on the side of your face. And I say, as a riff on I scream an accusation, and I want to show us how much they do not understand yet. And they say, if you hate me so much, why did you bring me into this world the way that I am?
And I think he'll respond, even now, just like they were, you were a fool. You don't understand that I never hated you. I tried to let the memory burn. But when it came to light the torch on everything that was, I couldn't bring myself to do even that.
I think they still don't fully understand. But as we're the river rushes behind us, the rain down either side of the bridge. And where my hand is against your face, you feel an indentation or a coolness around one of their fingers where a ring might have been once.
Well, I mean, you have me at your mercy. Do you strike me down?
Who am I?
I think he'll lean back against the wall, and rather than just responding with words, he'll reach into the coat he wears and bring out a small, like a locket of sorts, and it is very much tarnished, coal black with soot covered, that has kind of inscribed itself, and the metal of that locket shows signs of melting before, but it didn't quite make it all the way. As he opens it, the glass inside is the same, and there are singes around the edges of the 2 photos that are there, of him and of this other face, which in every other image within that house of dust was obscured or burnt or gone. But this one, even with the lick of flames around the edges, remains intact.
Their eyes slide closed. Eyes not so different from that portrait. And they let their eyes are closed, and they let their forehead rest against his. Because I am who I am. And there will never not be the shit. And I think quietly, so quietly, that you shouldn't be able to hear it. And I think it's only because of how close and because you know that voice as much as you know your own. What life do you desire?
Oh boy. And I think he'll respond, I thought that this would make me desire life again.
Did it?
But after doing this, I have not found that purpose. So if you can't tell me, then I think all is lost.
Say my name, Pyros.
You should not be on it.
But I am. I think maybe the camera pulls back. And maybe the conversation continues, but it's lost under the rush of the water, of the swelling river and the pouring rain. Because I have a couple of ideas of how that scene could end, but I like, given that we epilogue, it seems fitting to pull back in that moment and take a breath.
A large one. And as the end of the book says, I am alone and miserable. Only someone as ugly as I am could love me, as said the creature from Frankenstein. Oh, ain't that fun?
Ain't that fun? Well, gothic horror, baby.
Gothic horror, baby.
I think to that end, because to abstract it out, I don't see what future they have with this dangerous ability that Pyros has granted this born again, made new, made again Onin. Because my thought was that maybe in that moment is that they kiss him and then pull them both into the river to drown.
Yeah.
So
same mood, actually.
Okay, cool. Right,
Good.
we're on the
All
same
right.
page. All right,
Wavelength, good. It's gothic horror.
It is. And I think maybe that is it then. Like, is the camera pulls back and then we don't hear the final exchange, but we see them close the distance, what little distance there is, to kiss him, wrap their arms around his body and literally pulls them both into the river. And maybe the epilogue is that confidant burning everything. Because this information, this person more than anyone else saw what it did, what Ornin became as a result of it, and what it did to Pyros.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate.
I think maybe
And
that.
I think
Go on.
I think that confidant, when they arrive finally, far after everything is too late,
Yeah.
they find a letter unsent written on the desk waiting for them, addressed to them.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There is a song by Noah Kahan that I'm a fan of. The song's called Everywhere Everything. And it's a very upbeat sounding song. But there's this line, I want to love you till we're food for the worms to eat, till our fingers decompose, keep my hand in yours. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. I think I'm thinking of one myself. I'm not going to try and quote it off of it, but I think it is this one by Noah called Trust the Light. I'll just put the lyrics in the channel here. And also ask people to listen to Noah. I like their music as a band. But I think about that. That's what I'm thinking of.
Alrighty. Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Very good.
It's short. Minute and 30.
Yeah. So, this has been Follow the Leader.
My God.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed our little foray into gothic horror, and Cory once again telling a sad story about dead loved ones.
I love doing this. Yeah. If anyone wants to pick this game up, by the way, A Modern Prometheus, you can find that it's on itch.io. It's mqsalmon.itch.io /Prometheus. I enjoyed it. You know, it's fun. It is a truly enjoyable thing to be able to tell a tragedy, and I am deeply amused that I have done this twice now, and neither of them has ended well.
If you had to, if you had a nickel for every time,
I would have two, and the first one was literally called Dead Friends, so fair enough, I suppose. I knew what I was signing up for.
But this has been, as I was saying, Follow the Leader. You can find us ftlcast.com, ftlcast on Blue Sky. If you like what we do, want to chuck us a little bit of cash, you can go to patreon.com/ftlcast. As a free member, you get access to our newsletter and all of the bloopers from seasons 1 and 2 now.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy depressing, if you enjoy horror, dark stories, you should maybe consider going and listening to Sagas of the Sunless Reach. Which Cory and I are playing with Zach, Mab, and our friend Bitmap. Playing Pathfinder. It's a good time. Things are getting buck wild right now. It's a good time to go listen to Hydra Delta Blues.
Oh yeah, we're heavy in the swing of things now. That's Hydra Delta Blues. My God, it is a group of people that I'm fond of, a game that I'm heavily fond of, a setting that I have enjoyed so deeply. I desire for people to listen to this, to understand this, to understand my other fire boy who is so much less of a tragic story.
God, Freaka seems so well adjusted in comparison.
Please, in comparison, yes, please go understand Apricus the Luminary, who, I brought up Light of Humanity as kind of a joke. I didn't mean to insert a strong parallel. I was just being a little, glib. I've unfortunately made a funny for myself here.
But hey,
yeah. Outside of that too, hey, if you toss in some cash, as I understand it, there are other GM'd games that are part of Patreon.
Many
as well.
in our backlog. But until next time, I've been Jade. I'm still on the internet at Jade Oxford Rose. You can also call me Coda. I like that too.
Yeah, and I've been Cory. Find me here with you next time I appear.
Let's do a clap.
Let's clap out.
Now, I don't claim to be a master storyteller. Quite the opposite, honestly. But if you join us around the hearth, you might hear some fantastic tales. Tales of bravery.
There is an enormous wave of magic. And for just a moment, everything goes still.
Tales of kindness.
And gives the gardener a piece of toast. You feel better. Eat the toast.
Tales of loss.
No battle should ever be worth the cost.
Tales of lives being lived.
You know, Sophia says to Long John Silver, some people say I'm weird.
And tales of creation.
Once upon a time, there was a dog.
Listen to Hope's Hearth, a sci-fantasy solar punk actual play podcast where friends explore identity, community, and the ways people find strength and love in dire situations. Catch it every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts, and find us on socials at Hope's Hearth Pod. We hope to see you around the hearth sometime soon.